What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's business breakthrough. I sit down with Peter Miele, and we sit down and talk about really him just branching out from working his normal job to starting a business and creating company culture, pricing, strategy, marketing, you name it. We talked about it. This was an awesome business breakthrough. I love his energy. I think he's going to go way far in this industry as long as he sticks to the plan. What an awesome business breakthrough. I'm excited, and it starts right now. The big question you need to ask yourself every day is, do I own a job or do I own a business? And unfortunately, the majority of contractors out there own a job. That's right, they're a slave to their own business. But the other side of the fence is so much greener, it's so much better, and that's when you're finally fully in control of your destiny, your freedom, your time. And that's what Contractor Secrets is about. It's about taking back our time, building a business with systems, standards, values, procedures, putting yourself in the driver's seat. And that's what it's about. So I'm excited. I'm happy to have you here. Let's dive into the Contractor Secrets podcast. What's going on, everyone? I'm here with Peter Miele of Miele Painting. And man, I appreciate you. You reached out to me. You like what I put out there on the podcast, bro. I assume you listened to a couple episodes. What's up with your business, man? Tell us about it. What do you got going on right now?
Well, at first I started off as a bridge painter, where I painted school systems. I've been painting since I was 16.
Okay.
So, pandemic, my phone just from the principals and teachers, it just kept ringing. So, I quit my job. I quit my job as a maintenance painter. And in the beginning of the year, and I took on this company full time. And so it's been rocky because things come in, things go. And the thing that I think I worked at some new construction for a GC. That kept me some work, and then the homeowners, and then that's it. I mean, that's kind of how
All right. So where's the stress? Tell me about the stress.
is the GC. I mean, I think I ended up not making much money. The comebacks, and I think he just kind of knew that was a new company, and now I start networking and talk to other painters, and he kind of took advantage of me not knowing the trade and not knowing that I just want to please. I just want to do my job. Something, I fix it, no problem, I'll fix it. The other trades mess up, I fix it. I set my guys in there and whatever. And
So you didn't really set those boundaries.
I did not set those boundaries. I didn't know what those boundaries were as a
You
new
were just you were just excited to get some work under your name, man, working on your own. And
yeah,
then okay, good
and
learning experience, right?
yeah, I love spraying. I love what I
Yeah.
do. I love this trade. I love learning about the products. I love learning about techniques. I'm on Instagram
Yeah.
looking at the Bucket Edge. I see them. I see other companies. I try everything. I love seeing new things, new trades, new tricks. I'm always on
Passion.
contractors, always getting
Yeah.
opinions, starting conversations. This industry is great. I love it. I mean, but thing is, but also like I think what happened now is my trust. Becoming a business owner is like you got to expect the worst of people. Like you got to think.
Nah, man. See that don't let someone taint that mindset, because if you build the foundation off the mindset of people are out to get me,
Mhm.
you're not, it's kind of like a relationship. If you got burned, that's the next person's gonna have to pay for it, right? Like, so, I'll be the first person to tell you there's good people out there that want to work for a person like you or want to give you jobs. I think the biggest problem here, bro, and we don't, and I could be wrong. It's a blessing and it's a curse that you're so passionate about painting, and there's nothing wrong with that. I love that. I think that, I wish I had that passion about painting and product and all that stuff, because we'd probably even be a better painting company than what my company is right now. We would really invest in that stuff. But I want to preface this, man. Like, you're going to find yourself in this position over and over and over and over and over again until you understand the dynamics of running a business, which really unfortunately requires you to spend more time outside of the painting than inside of the painting, and that doesn't mean you can't enjoy painting, and that doesn't mean you can't teach painting, and that doesn't mean you can't be around painting and project manage and all that stuff. But have you thought about that at all? Have you thought about when that transition is going to take place?
Yeah, I think so because this is where I hit the roadblock is when I stopped. I focused more on the job than getting more work. And as a business owner, is to keep my guys busy. That's my job.
Right.
To make sure I have things lined up for them. And I realized I was too focused on the job. I wasn't following up on leads. I wasn't marketing right. I was leaning on the GC to give me more houses.
You gotta learn a whole different world of skill set that you never had to learn before.
Mm-hmm.
You were never in sales, I don't think. You were never a manager of people before. You were never, and then you have these skills that people want, but that comes with the demand of customer service. And that's the roadblock that a lot of us hit, man, is that we got to understand that like that customer service is what's going to get people to pay more. Now, you don't really have to have customer service with the GC. I don't even really care about that situation because ultimately, like he doesn't care if you don't answer the phone. All he cares about is if you show up.
And I'll be honest with you, he's back payment on me too. So he didn't even care about even paying me. So that's
and
why
now
like,
he doesn't even care about paying you. So we have different markets in painting, right? And I think the first thing that you do, like, you know, I know you started your business out of default, which means like you kind of fell into it, right? I mean, it was kind of like, you know, the demand's there. Let me do this. Now, let's assume that tomorrow is the first day of your business.
I always had that wanted to start this. Like I just kind of wanted, like I watered it. You know what I mean? I was a maintenance painter for school. I do a little side work here, but I never had that steady flow of jobs to take that risk. And then I think the pandemic, the demand went down, and there's not many people that I know, even my age, just starting a company. So I said, you know what? Let me take this leap of faith. And I learned as I go.
Dude, you did a great thing. And learning as you go is a leader's mentality, bro. But then at some point, we got to refine what we've learned, you know, and we have to kind of go back. You know, like for example, I'll be honest. I'm the contractor coach guy who likes to get on here and talk about how, you know, I can help you with your business, you know, but I'm the guy who also didn't have workers' comp when I first started my business and had to get somebody to tell me, hey, dude, you should have workers' comp. You know, I'm also the guy that didn't have a payroll set up first 3 months of my business. I was writing checks. I was also the guy that didn't have employees, had subs. So I went through this. But what separates me is that I actually turned around, I ate the bullet, I learned what I did wrong, and I fixed it before I grew. So you're going to continue to go if you don't actually come up with a plan to fix the foundation of all these things that you learned as you went. Now you learned. Now go back and fix it. Because I guarantee you, well, first of all, how many people do you have working for you right now?
I had 4. I have 4. When things were going up, like dude. I was at one point, like I was bringing $20,000 to $30,000 a month.
That says a lot about you, man. That you rallied in 4 guys. Okay, so how many guys are working for you now? Just 2. Yourself. 1 and 2. Why?
Work slowed down a little bit.
Okay. And so there were times where you had to tell people, "Hey, we don't have work tomorrow."
Too. And when I was pricing the jobs, like I wasn't pricing it for like 4 guys, and if I did, it wasn't to this point where like it was like everyone was outrageous about the price. But I try to put prices in fair that I can take care of my guys. You know what I mean? I want my guys taken care of. I want to do everything by the books. I want to do the work. I do the workers' comp. It's $12 an hour per $100. Like I'm aware of all these fees, so I know what it costs to be legit.
Do you have a payroll company helping you facilitate that? Okay, who are you using?
I was using Heartland. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna switch a little bit because I want to like your software. I want to kind of like integrate everything at once. Maybe use Gusto where I can kind of like just have one software just to manage all that.
Yeah, software does it. Boom, boom, boom. It's great. So I like that you're ahead of the game here. But let's talk about your pricing, and let's talk about the market, and let's talk about your niche. Okay. So first of all, it's all about supply and demand, bro, and it's also about.
This garbage truck is coming by. Like,
it's all right. Let it pass.
Management. We let it pass.
Go ahead.
All right.
So can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So it's about supply and demand, bro. First of all, marketing. Let's talk about it. If I were to ask you, hey, bro, you got to find a job tomorrow. What's your strategy? What is the first thing you're going to do?
Oof. See, that's where I'm at right now because I never really had to. I never really thought of it. It was just coming in. I was making phone calls, follow leads, and it's kind of like
all that's great, you know. But you got to have something where you can pull the lever and you could get results. Now you don't usually do that like when you need it though. So for me, like I'm just wondering, like, do you have a Google listing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have that.
And if I ask you, what type of jobs are you able to take right now? Where do you live, first of all? What city?
Teaneck, New Jersey.
Okay, so you got winter coming up.
Yep. That's maybe that's what it is too. That's maybe what it is too. So I think that's like something that I'm also learning. Like when I was a painter for another company, winters always were slow, and I was also a union painter for commercial work. So I residential is also a new thing for me. So
I'm from New Jersey too, by the way. So
yeah,
what's up, bro? You know what
so
I'm
and
saying?
then with Florida, my father retired in Florida, so I'm even thinking about expanding down to Florida for the winters. So and start an
You
LLC out
could.
there.
You
I
could.
saw
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
but you can also survive in the winter by, first of all, let's talk about this for a second. Number one, the only thing you could do in the winter is interior painting. So a smart business owner is going to start marketing only for interior painting. A
Mhm.
smart business owner also recognizes that maybe he's not the best marketer and he's going to hire someone to do that for him so he can focus on sales and he can focus on production, because any good business, it doesn't matter the size of your business. Right now, it's you and one other person, right? But if you were Apple, you're still a business, you're still a corporation. They're just operating at a larger scale, which means they have different departments for each of these areas of business. They have a marketing department, they have a sales department, they have a production department, right? Any business has these things.
I agree, and it's also too when you put those factors in, and then obviously that comes into cost. You know, what I mean, when you're pricing a job, you got a cost. If, let's say eventually I want to have an estimate, I want to have a secretary, I want to have these type of things. So it's like even the price. I try to put the mindset of if I did have it now, what would that my prices be, just to get an idea
Well,
that even have
we'll
it.
talk about that because I'm getting there. First, we got to identify who you're going to sell to because it matters. Right now, if you're selling to GCs, you can't build value other than, hey, I'm going to show up and do the work. That's that to them. The GCs look at usually the price. Okay.
Mhm.
What I like to teach is that there's customers out there that will pay more for you in comparison to someone else. Why? Why would someone pay more for your company, a homeowner, than someone else? Give me a reason why.
Customer service and experience. I
Okay,
think.
so if it could be experience, but it's more so the customer service, right? Because we know in this industry, customer service is
Like,
very hard to come by.
yeah, the experience that you give them. That's what I meant by experience.
No,
Like the
absolutely the trust, the experience, the connection, all those things, right? Those are intangible.
Miele painting and decorating. What makes me different? Like that's kind of what I think about all the time. And like I put the
Right.
customer first. Like there's things, little things I do. Like on my way to an estimate, I'll text her a little bit early. Like, hey, I'm stopping for coffee. Would you like something? Like just always little things. You know, I think
Love
that's
it.
what is gone with customer service now. Like I'm old
Love
school
it.
generation, so
So you
my
want to be that customer service. You can't be right now because you're too overwhelmed with production. Okay. And we know this. I'm just hear me out though, because we got to go. We can't just go to sales if we don't have marketing, and we can't price jobs the right way if we don't have production. And it all starts with marketing. So that's why I'm talking about marketing, because it's important for you to understand you need a strategy to be able to get the exact type of job types that you want. Like, right now, anybody could call you and you're going to have to take it because you don't know what, like if they say, hey, what are you doing right now? Staining a deck?
No, actually, I was outside of the deck, but I'm actually doing a whole repaint. Repaint of a 3-floor house, like a townhouse type of thing. But the
Okay.
contract that was before, he did a horrible job. Horrible
Okay.
job.
Is
She
this a
fired him.
homeowner's house?
Yes, that has
Good.
2 houses.
Okay. Yeah. So what you need to do is identify, okay, I'm only going to work for homeowners now. Where do homeowners go when they need to find me? Right.
Mhm.
And where would you go as a homeowner to find a painter?
That's kind of where that's exactly the questions I ask, and that's where I'm.
Right. Oh, you muted yourself. You got to turn the microphone back on. There you go. Yeah. So my question, you were about to say, I was saying, where would you find a painter?
I would say paint store. Um, in
Come on, bro. Where do you go when you want to go to a restaurant?
it will be online. I think it'll be online. I think it's online. It's online.
Come on, dude. You know,
I think about newspapers. I think about all those type of things.
nah,
Like
we're talking about the consumer, man. I think we've got to think like the way the consumers are thinking, because it ain't, when consumer, if I wanted a painting contractor right now, and I don't even know where, most people don't even know where a paint store is. Just so you know,
mhm.
the average consumer has absolutely zero clue where the paint store is.
It
Is
makes
that true?
sense. It was Home Depot. They was probably they found a
Oh,
Home
come on.
Depot.
It's like the jungle, dude. What do you think? Someone's going to Home Depot? Hey, anybody know a painter here? You know what I'm saying? So here's the game, bro. First of all, I love what you got going on, man. You're going to be successful if you just follow this strategy, bro. I'm going to give you the tools, man, but you got to do it. Number one, you got to know that you have to pay for marketing. Like if you can't come up with that, like if you can't solidify that idea in your head, then you're always going to be in the position you're in right now. You have got to pay someone to market for you, someone or something. So let me ask you this. When I tell you, have you ever heard of Home Advisor or Angie? What is your thought to me? What comes to mind?
I'll be completely honest with you. I used it and I'll say rip off. I didn't like it.
Rip off, right? So tell me what happened when you used it.
They just sent me leads, just kept sending me leads, charged me for lead, and that they
charged
sent
me for them. All right. So when you got a lead, what happened? What did you do? Why was it bogus? What happened?
I called and then they gave it to 5 different painters. So you're putting an estimate in and you.
So when you called, what happened usually? Like you called, they didn't answer, or what happened?
They answered. I follow up with an estimate. I give them my price, and it was always too high.
So did you give them a price over the phone?
No, I would visit. I would visit.
So you visit and the price and you go there, you do the quote and the price was too high.
Yeah.
Did you do the quote on the spot or did you send it when you got home?
Send it when I went home. I'll be honest with you.
So let me ask you this: car sales. Okay, if you go into a car dealership and you drive a car and you sit in it and the guy takes you around the block, dude, and you're feeling good, the emotions are high, and he brings you back to the dealership and shakes your hand and said, "All right, I'm going to send you a price for that after tomorrow. You'll get it." Okay. When you go home, that emotional intensity drops every minute you go home. Do you understand that concept?
Yup. Because as I'm thinking about how to price it, they're thinking about, the anticipation.
They're thinking about all the different things, and you being an experienced guy, you're picking them up Starbucks on the way there. Phenomenal. Okay. You're showing up presentable. You shake their hand, you're walking the job, you're creating emotional energy in the household. Then at the end, after you build all that emotional intensity, what do? All right, I'm going to send you a quote tomorrow. How do you expect people to make it? It's not Home Advisor's fault or Angie. It's not their fault. It's your fault. You didn't convert. Their job is just to send you interested people. If you got someone on the phone that wanted a paint job, that's a lead, bro. That they did their job. Like that's all they're responsible to do. Whether they and you say, oh, they're sending it to 5 other people. What do you think? People that call you for an estimate aren't getting other quotes? Doesn't matter. And nobody's going to get, rarely they're going to get more than 4, but the average person is going to get 2 or 3. Doesn't matter where they freaking come from.
I think it's just more discouraging because you're paying for that one league. You know what I mean? Like I said, especially in Jersey, I know they do it by home. So for example, you get a 5-room. By room. You get 5 rooms and they're charging $120 for that league. I thought maybe I could put that at 120.
You can turn that into a $7,000, $8,000 job. Of course, it's going to be $100 lead. They're not stupid. But here's the thing: business owner mentality understands. Okay, first of all, if you get 10 leads at $100, how much is it?
10 leads at $100, $1,000.
$1,000 out of 10 people that you sit in front of for a full repaint on a house that big. Could you sell one of those people? 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10.
This year only missed 3 sales, and I've been busy all year.
So it's law of averages. So at the end of the day, you got to know this. If you spend $1,000 on marketing and sell 1 job for $7,000, you've made your money back. You can do it again. You know what I'm saying? But you might hit 4 in a row and say, this is a scam.
Yeah.
You're going to run into this with everything though. Any lead that you get sent. I'm just trying to help you understand that, like, you've got to know this so you can dial in what jobs you want. Okay. And then from there, you can learn how to sell the right way. So let me ask you this. How are you pricing your jobs? If I ask you to come quote me, I have a 2,500 square foot interior. Okay. I want ceilings. I want walls. I want trim. I want doors done, full package, empty house. How are you quoting this? What is your process?
I see how much damage it is. I charge like 50 cents for like the damage a square foot. I go by square foot. That's why when the numbers, like I sit down at home, I really do the numbers. I try to factor in workers' comp. I try to factor those things. It's kind of hard to come up with that on the spot. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll get there to the point.
Did you know I have a calculator that calculates all that stuff?
On Dripjobs?
Nah, it's free. It's just a little
Oh,
app. Yeah, man. I'll have to give it to you, but
yeah,
I'll show
yeah,
you
yeah.
how to use it.
I think that's what it is. Like, cause I like to sit down and really sit down in the numbers and like,
Yeah,
and
but guess what, dude? You know, when you don't, I can quote anything in 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, anything. It doesn't matter to me. You know why? First of all, your quote should be so easy, bro. So easy. You know why? Because you only have one person other than you to worry about. Okay. So let's say that person's getting paid $30 an hour, right?
okay.
Okay. Is that fair? Let's say the job that I just told you takes, how long would that take you? Ceilings, walls, trim, doors, 2,500 square feet. You know, how long would that take you to?
I would say like I usually what I do is um I get the square footage like that, and I usually just go by a week. I'll say a week. I'll say a week. Like that's
Okay.
if I
So
had
five working days.
yeah, 5 working days. Yeah.
All right. So at $30 an hour, that person's going to get 40 hours. So that's 1,200 bucks, right? Okay. 2,500 square feet, ceilings, walls, trim, doors. How much paint?
I usually buy about a 5 gallon bucket because that's just we're using one color, so 5 gallon bucket. I would say I'll probably do 10 gallons, just
For
five
that,
gallon bucket.
for ceiling, walls, trim, and doors?
Oh, ceiling walls? No, 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 no. Probably
Probably
so
25, right?
yeah, 25.
All right. And let's say you're getting the paint a little expensive at 50 bucks a gallon. That's 12.50. Okay. All right. I'm still under 2 minutes here.
Okay.
All right. So 12.50 for the paint, 1,200 for the labor. That's 24.50 your cost, right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. So you're the business owner. So you're just worried about making profit. Okay.
Mhm.
So at the end of the day, you could sell that job for 2,500 bucks and make $50,
Mhm.
right? But obviously that doesn't make sense. So what do we do? Multiply it by 2, $4,900. Still on the low end, but you just made a 50% margin. Now, when you hire somebody, that price needs to go up because you just got to factor in that guy's labor cost. Okay. So, but reality of the situation is when you learn sales and you learn how to negotiate, I could sell you this job for $4,900 and you might say, what, Tanner, the price is too high. And I might, but now I'm in person with you and you're telling me this, and I could say, where did you want to be for the job? And they might say, Tanner, I wanted to be at 4,500. You got a job.
Yep.
Because your costs are only 24.50. It's just a matter of how much you want to make. Now, if you have jobs every week lined up, you're not going to negotiate. But guess what? If your team needs work, you could sell that job for $3,000 just to make sure your guys have work.
Yep.
That's the mentality. It's easy. And I'm going to send you that calculator to help you out. But let me ask you this, man, out of all this stuff, you know, was some of that helpful?
100%. I think a lot of it, also talking to somebody that understands the trade. Like I think I don't have that network of people that I can negotiate or not negotiate. I mean, conversate with about it. And because I'm lost, I mean, like sometimes I feel like maybe I'm unfair, maybe my prices are off. And every time I go to other contractors or people that are in the trade, that's nobody really wants to.
Don't worry about them because their costs are different than yours. Like you might go, and that's why it's kind of funny when people ask, what should I charge? And it's like, we don't know your costs. My costs are going to be different than your costs. And we're all trying to hit a certain margin. You honestly could sell $2,500 in a week. If that's all you sold, then you would break even, right? Because you're paying somebody $30 an hour, quote unquote, and you would probably use $1,250 worth of paint in a week for a week job. So that means that at the very least for a week, you need to sell 2,500 bucks.
Yep,
right?
Yep.
So in the week, that's what you need to be looking at. That's the mindset you got to have as a business owner is like, okay, well, what do I need to sell for the week to be profitable?
Yep.
So right now, let me ask you, Monday was 5 days ago. What have you completed from Monday to now? How much money?
4,000.
4,000, right? So
I got one job. Like I said, this job I got was like a desperation type of thing. She called me.
Okay.
And she
that's fine. And you worked Monday through Friday, right?
No, I didn't have work from Monday to Friday. So I got this quote on. I got this estimate that I gave her on Tuesday. I started Wednesday.
Okay.
So it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. So I'm gonna finish this job on Sunday. So 4
days.
So
it's a 4-day. Okay.
Yep.
And you got someone inside working right now, right?
Yep. With me.
What's his hourly pay?
20.
20. Okay. So he's gonna get 32 hours, right?
Yep.
Okay. 32 hours times 20. So he's gonna get $640 before taxes and workers comp. That you said that's $12 per hour, right?
$100. Every $100 is $12.
All right. So
I don't know
let's
the
see.
percentage of that. I was gonna look into the percentage of that, but I think that's how I break it down. So
Yeah,
well,
it's
that's
an extra. So he's really getting paid 22.50 about. So 22, and then you have employer taxes. So let's just say 23.50, just to be safe. I just want you to know this margin on this job here. So you have 752. That's how much it costs you to keep him for 4 days. $752 all in. How much do you think you're spending on paint on this job?
she paid for all the paint.
She paid for all the paint. Perfect. So you have a $4,000 job. Okay. And then guess what? Minus 752. That's your only cost, right? Maybe some sundries. Are you covering caulk and tape and all that stuff?
Tape, sanding paper, little things like that. I bought
All right, $100. Okay. Guess what you just made? 31,
yeah.
31.48. But listen, let me tell you, do you have a job for Monday? No, right?
That's the problem.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something about culture, and I'm gonna tell you something about what it's gonna take to make yourself be in a position where you have the most powerful team and you can command the type of money that you want is the people. You can't go anywhere unless you have people working for you. Okay. It's not this guy's fault that he doesn't get 40 hours a week. It's your fault, right?
100%.
So don't you think it would be a good thing to say, you know what, brother? I don't have work for Monday. I'm working on it, but I'm going to give you 40 hours this week because you can afford it.
Yep. That was be honest with you, that was exactly my plan. Like that's why I told me this guy is loyal to me. And like I said, work got slow. Some people abandoned ship. He didn't. So I told him, I even gave him a raise. Like he was 15 for me. I gave him a raise for 20 on this job.
Love that.
So I realized that, and I said, I need people on the job that I can leave confidently so I can make them more work. And
You're sitting outside talking to me, and I assume he's in there working, right?
Working, and I don't have to look over him.
You don't got to check. So that is the secret key to success in this business, bro. So it should be no question. I love that you're already thinking that direction. That's 40 hours and you're still going to make money. But here's the thing. Now, this is the thing right here. Okay. You made a nice profit on this job. Okay. The employee mentality before, whenever you made money, was what? Save it. Right. Okay.
Yep.
If you don't actively change that thought process to invest it, you're never going to grow. You're always good. Like if you don't, but most people don't know where to put it.
Yep.
You need to buy leads again. And you need to be coached on how to do it by me or whoever, else you trust. I don't know, but I'll help you, but when you get leads, that's when we need to speak because you need to understand how to convert leads, because if you don't have that skill as a business owner, then you're always going to be at the mercy of GCs and random processes,
Getting work at a desperation. And like I said, I'm aware of it. Like
so let me ask you this. So out of this job right now, okay, you got nothing else lined up, right?
Oh, actually I have an estimate later today. I forgot all about
I meant work. I have an
estimate at 4:00. Yeah, after work.
I know. I meant actual jobs. Like nothing else is lined up, right?
No, nothing.
Okay, so that's the survival mode, bro. You're in fight or flight right now, but you're about to make $3 grand. Before talking to me, what was your plan with that $3 grand?
I'll be honest with you. I started buying lawn signs. I got some magnets for my car.
Passive.
Passive. I got thumbtack. I did
all of that. Okay, thumbtack is okay. I like thumbtack. Okay.
Newspaper ads. I put a newspaper ad last week. Like that's
all that, dude. That's 19. Not all that stuff there is great. Once you've developed a brand, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's passive. You got to wait for it, right? You got to sit there and wait for it. You put out a yard sign, you got to wait for people to walk by. There's people right now in your area that want a paint job done Monday, but they can't find you. And the places that they're going, you're nowhere to be found. That's the issue we're running into. And you've got to pay to play. So out of that $3 grand, I think $1,000 should be spent on marketing.
Okay. All right.
Set aside $1,000. I can connect you with someone that can help you set up Facebook ads and you'll get leads on tap.
I started Instagram ads and I've been getting some feedback on that. To be honest, I started
Instagram isn't where your customers are right now. And they're not, you know what I'm saying? Maybe in about 10 years.
Yeah.
When they start buying houses.
Instagram is like a young guys. You know what I mean? I don't think they're not homeowners. They're not
homeowners. We want homeowners. Instagram is good for, it's good for awareness. Instagram's good for awareness. You could probably get some young homeowners, but they don't pay the dollar that the experienced homeowners. Those young homeowners haven't had a bad experience with a painter yet. You know,
never do. I really do, but
you know what I'm saying? So let's talk about this estimate you got real quick. I want to talk about it because maybe I can help you. What is this estimate for that's coming up here?
It's actually, she knows me from painting the school system. So
Okay, what does she want done?
I'll be honest with you, I didn't really go into detail with that yet. I was gonna do that when I came in, which what's gonna be at 4 o'clock. But yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna ask her and see what is her
Okay,
goal.
let me tell you these two words here that are gonna sell you the job. We're gonna create urgency.
Okay.
She doesn't need to know that you have nothing on your schedule.
You know, it's funny. I can't cut you off. I'm sorry. With this house, I told this lady that I'm sorry, but I'm booked to January 17th. I don't. I only have 40 to do this.
We got to do what we got to do, right? So ultimately, we're gonna call it the Thanksgiving special. Okay, say, listen, I haven't gotten anyone to book for Monday. You know, let's see if we can make this work. You're going to create urgency and you're going to offer a discount because you need it, dude. Your guy is not going to, he can't feed his family, bro.
I know. And like I said, that hurts me more than anything. Like last week.
Well, this is my suggestion to you as well. Is prepare to sell this job on the spot. What are you using right now to create estimates? What are you, Joyce?
No, I use QuickBooks where I sit down and I kind of I break down every room. I break down the square footage, how much it costs, and I send a proposed invoice to the email.
Okay.
Day, and then
okay.
Like I said, I did it with her too, but she likes the way I break it down. A lot of times, a lot of contractors, they don't take the time.
That's awesome. Can you do that on your phone, or do you need to be on a computer to do this?
I can do it on my phone.
Okay, you can do it on your phone, and you can send it to her, right?
Yeah.
Just trust me here. All right. All right. She doesn't care about it being broke down. You already broke through the trust barrier. She knows you. You're probably like a son to her. Okay. You know, so we don't need to, I mean, that's great. I love it. And I'm all about it. We need to sell a job, right? So what you're doing is we're talking about 90% of this conversation going in is not about the job. It's about her, and it's about her family, her life. It's about why she wants it done, what it's going to look like. If you hear that she has some apprehension about colors and she's a little nervous about it, say, I'll do a free color consultation with you. I can bring samples Saturday morning because I know you're not working Saturday, right? You're taking Saturday off?
Saturday I'm working here. So I'm working here Saturday and Sunday here. So.
Oh, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, we'll pop over in the morning, give her some samples so you could set her up for Monday. You know what I'm saying? You got to be strategic like that when it comes to moving the needle. We know that colors are the big barrier.
And get them emotionally invested. You know, I think that's kind of where
emotionally invest and say, listen, you know, we're not even talking about price. Say, okay, and then you go in your car, you come up with whatever price, look at your costs. Your costs are going to be, if it's a 5-day job, sell it for anything over $2,500. Anything over $2,500. Survival job. Now you have a buffer of a week. Then you can make money on the next one.
Yep.
So you're not stressing, right? And then you always stay ahead of the game, dude. I'm always just 8 jobs ahead of my team.
Yep.
I have a team of 12. All I'm doing is staying 8 jobs ahead. I mean, I'm in the same boat as you, really. I mean, if I don't have work, we're in the same boat. Yeah. I just have the strategy. You just need to develop the strategy. So I'm going to get to the goal quicker. If I were you right now, this lady would be on the phone with me. I would ask a little bit about what she wants done. So I would be prepared when I go in there so I can work. She's, I want my whole house painted. I'm Googling her address. I'm coming up with the cost ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get there, it's game time. I'm coming there. I'm not leaving that house without a check. Bro, I'm that dialed in when I need to sell, bro. Like, you don't want me to come in your house.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not leaving without a check. We will sit there and I will get a check. Mm-hmm. You know, that's the mentality I have. If I have to feed my team, my promises and my word are everything when it comes to my team. I got, if you go down the line of my 12, I have 55 people directly counting on my ability to sell with their kids and their family. 55
in your own family. You know what I mean? In your own family.
Yeah, my own family. But I mean, yeah.
It can be stressful. You know, it can be a lot of pressure, but sometimes that pressure, it's like, it motivates me sometimes.
Creates diamonds, right?
I mean, yeah.
But listen, bro, the mentality is either, this is what's going to happen when you go there. Okay. Either you're going to sell her on why she should hire you, or she's going to sell you on why she shouldn't. Somebody's going to close somebody there. Who's it going to be? That's the mentality you got to have. And it's not wrong. It's not, We're not taking advantage of people. We know that we're the best option, bro. I would want you to pay my house. You're a nice guy, dude. You seem awesome, bro. I mean, I really would. Like, you know, in comparison, I would pay more for you personally than if somebody came over here and didn't have your personality, your kindness, your awareness, all these things. These things are worth money. Don't work for GCs anymore. You are not a GC painting contractor, bro.
And that's it. It was devastating. Like I said, that was I think that discouraged me a lot, you know, to be honest with you. And the bounce back after that. And
yeah, but don't let one individual who clearly doesn't have the values that you do, because he's not even paying you, taint your mindset toward how people do business, because that's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go into any relationship, that's an intimate relationship and an employee-employer relationship, and the first thing that you have is a barrier that goes up, and you don't, you know, like that's just gonna ruin the relationship.
Not me. That's not me. And like I said,
it's not you.
Learn things. You gotta unlearn things. And not like I said, luckily after that, like I did a repaint in New York City for a comedy club, and it was just a basic room, just change the color. She loved it. And I'm saying, like, the point where I'm like, wow, like it brought my confidence and self-esteem right back up. And then I got right back on. I say, you know what? Yeah. I'm doing this more. Like,
you will always be successful because you care.
Yeah.
About people and about your customers. You and I are very much alike. These things are worth more to me than the money. The money will come. You're going to make money. That's not like when you start a business, like that's what we're excited about. But then when we get it, dude, I mean, I got what? I think I got like a $10,000 check the other day. Okay. For a job. Right. And like, I got it. I took it to the bank, deposited it, and I had no emotions about it. Okay. That didn't excite me. Like, when I first started my business, a $10,000 check would be all I would be thinking about. I'd be calling the bank to ask them to clear it just so I could see it in the freaking bank account. Now it's not, it's just all that is a resource that I can use to bless people in terms of raises and create a better business for my customers. Like that's the mentality that'll happen. So once we get over this little hump, bro, and you start seeing, you know, all your jobs should be quoted on the spot. Okay. Know your numbers. You got to know your numbers. I'm going to send you the link to the calculator and a video to show you how to use it. You can use it on this estimate and you're going to be able to price it accurately. You see what I'm saying?
Perfect.
All right, bro. I think we should jump on again, man.
No, honestly, let's do it. And like I said, you know, now we can take it. Now we say, you know, I was here last year, and then maybe next year, you know, we say, let's do a progress. Let's do something.
Absolutely, you know? Absolutely, cool. Man. I think you're going to hit it.
I'm going to hit it. I mean, it's just a matter of time. It's just I haven't give up. Like I said,
I want you to let me know that you sold that. Actually, you know what? Send me a picture of the check you get when you walk out of that door today.
We'll do.
You know, a little bit of accountability. Let's see what you're about, bro.
See, I like the fire. That's what I'm saying. I like to be pushed. You know, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes when you're
send me a check, man. I want to see it. You know, I mean, send me that $500 deposit, bro. All right, you got that. You know, that's your. You know, let's hit it. All right, bro. Thank you for your time, brother. I appreciate you joining. If you need anything, give me a holler. I'm gonna send you a text with that stuff so you can use it today.
Take
all
care,
right, brother. God bless.
Holidays and enjoy with the family. All right.
You as well, my friend. Good luck to you. See you.
Hey, I just want to take a second to thank you for joining me here on the Contractor Secrets podcast. I'm just going to take this opportunity to let you know that my passion is coaching people, helping people. I've changed my Instagram name to @contractorcoach, and I did that because that is my passion. I want to help you. So please reach out to me. If you have an issue going on in your business, send me an email. Find me on Instagram, message me, and let's do a breakthrough session. I want to work through your problems in your business to help you get to that next level. And one thing that I always say is this, you know, the difference between those that get over the humps and the hurdles in business is just a change in perspective. And that's what I plan to offer you. So get with me, message me, allow me to help you take your business to the next level.